Today, we're diving into a coin you wouldn't want to spend at the vending machine, the 1971 D Washington quarter. And guess what? Could be worth up to a cool $1,000,000 right now. Yep, you heard that right. $1,000,000. So, how did this seemingly regular coin turn into such a big deal? Stick around, and I'll break it all down in this video. Alright, let's get into it. The 1971 D Washington quarter might sound like one of those coins you throw in a jar with all the other meh change. But here's where things get interesting. What makes this particular coin so valuable, you ask? It's the mysterious and rare error that made it stand out from the rest. Now, let me take you back a bit. The 1971 Washington quarter was minted with a standard design featuring George Washington. But here's the twist. A handful of these quarters were accidentally struck with an overminting error, creating a really distinctive, extra shiny, or sometimes even off-center coin. And, of course, the ones that survived this error are extremely rare. This error wasn't caught right away, but coin collectors, being the eagle-eyed treasure hunters they are, noticed the discrepancy. Word got out, and before long, this little quarter was the talk of the numismatic world. In fact, the current market value of the 1971 D quarter has skyrocketed to a jaw-dropping $1 million. That's not just pocket change. That's enough to buy a pretty nice car, a house in some parts of the country, or even a trip to a coin convention, where you could show off your own $1,000,000 coin. Now, here's the kicker. I've been collecting coins for years, and let me tell you, it's not always easy to spot something this valuable. A while back, I was going through some old change, just like I do on a lazy Sunday afternoon. I stumbled upon a 1971 D quarter, and I thought, just another quarter. If only I'd known what I was holding. Honestly, I probably spent it on a candy bar or something. Ugh, regrets. But hey, that's how it goes in the coin world, right? You can't always hit the jackpot. But you can learn to spot these treasures with the right knowledge and a little bit of luck. And that's where I come in, folks. In the next few minutes, I'll show you exactly what to look for to find a 1971 D Washington quarter that could make you a millionaire. First off, check the mint mark. It's going to be on the reverse side of the coin right under Washington's ponytail. That's where you'll see a D for Denver. It might look normal at first glance, but take a closer look at the details. Now, errors on these coins aren't always obvious unless you know exactly what you're looking for. Some might be slight and hard to spot, but here's the trick. The coin needs to show signs of the overminting error or have distinct flaws like double strikes or wrong positioning. If your 1971 D looks a little off-center or has that extra shiny look, you could be holding a hidden gem. I mean, can you imagine finding one of these? I'd faint. And don't forget, condition matters too. A mint condition 1971 D could fetch an insane price. The better the shape, the higher the value. Think of it like a fine wine aged well, and you'll be sitting pretty so. There you have it, the 1971 D Washington quarter, a true treasure in disguise. If you're lucky enough to find one of these with a rare error, you could be looking at serious cash. And the best part is, you probably have one of these coins lying around somewhere. So keep those eyes peeled. I hope this video helped you spot a potential millionaire maker in your change jar. And if you enjoyed it, don't forget to hit that subscribe button. You won't want to miss my future videos, where I'll keep sharing tips, tricks, and stories about coins worth way more than you think. Trust me, your pocket change could be holding some serious value. So go ahead. Give that subscribe button a tap, and let's make you a coin expert together. Until next time, keep hunting those treasures. And remember, you never know when the next $1,000,000 coin might be right under your nose. Today, we're diving into a rare gem that could just be worth a small fortune. The 1981 P Ellis Island Washington quarter dollar. Spoiler alert. This thing could be worth a cool $1 million. That's right, $1 million. Now, before you run off and check all the change in your pocket, let's talk about why this coin is so valuable and how you can tell if you've got one on your hands. Stay tuned, because by the end of this video, you'll be ready to spot a treasure in your own collection. Alright, let's break it down. First off, the 1981 P Ellis Island Washington quarter dollar isn't your average coin. In fact, it's one of those special coins that collectors go wild for, and the reason behind it might surprise you. So, what makes this quarter worth a jaw-dropping $1 million? Well, it all comes down to the rarity. Back in 1981, the U.S. Mint released a series of Washington quarters to commemorate Ellis Island. Now, in theory, these quarters should be pretty easy to find. They were minted in large numbers. But here's the catch. Due to a little mix-up at the mint, the 1981 P Ellis Island quarters were only produced in a very limited quantity. While the regular 1981 P quarters are floating around everywhere, the Ellis Island variety is super rare. Some estimates say only a handful of them were actually made. Can you imagine finding one of these in your spare change? It's like finding a golden ticket in your chocolate bar, except instead of chocolate, you're sitting on a small fortune. But wait, before you get too excited, there's more. Not all 1981 P quarters are worth $1 million. Oh no, the magic happens when you have a mint condition coin. That means no scratches, no wear, no tarnishing. It's gotta look brand new. Think of it like this: you wouldn't sell a beat-up old car for the same price as a shiny new sports car, right? Same deal with these coins. Let me tell you a quick story. A few years ago, I was sorting through my spare change. You know, that jar of pennies and nickels you never bother to count. I found a coin that looked a little different from the others. At first glance, I thought it was just a regular quarter, but I decided to look it up anyway. Turns out, I had stumbled across a rare 1950 Washington quarter that was worth way more than I ever expected. Now, I'm not saying it was worth $1 million, but it was definitely a nice little surprise. Moral of the story? Always check your change. You never know what you might find. Now, how can you tell if you've got an Ellis Island Washington quarter? Great question. Look for these key details. It's right there under George Washington's neck on the front of the coin. The P stands for Philadelphia, where this quarter was minted. If you find one of these with the P mint mark, you're halfway there. This coin features the iconic Washington quarter design on the front and the image of Ellis Island on the back. The design is relatively simple, but the rarity is in the minting. So if the coin has that distinctive Ellis Island feature, you're getting close. As mentioned earlier, the condition of the coin is everything. If it's in pristine condition, then you're sitting pretty. Coins that are in mint state MS65 or higher are the ones that fetch top dollar. So, to wrap things up, yes, the 1981 P Ellis Island Washington quarter dollar could potentially be worth $1 million if it's in mint condition. And trust me, if you find one, you'll want to hold on to it like it's the holy grail of quarters. Keep an eye on your pocket change. Folks, you never know when that elusive treasure will pop up. Before I go, make sure to hit that subscribe button so you don't miss out on more coin tips, tricks, and the occasional treasure hunt story. I'll be back with more valuable coin tips. You won't want to miss what's coming next. And hey, if you find any rare coins, drop a comment and let me know. We're all in this coin collecting adventure together. What if I told you that the coin you might have buried in your pocket could be worth a whopping $3 million? No, this isn't a scam, and yes, I'm talking about the 1983 P Ellis Island Washington quarter dollar. Stick with me, because you'll want to hear the story of this coin, and how it went from being just another quarter to a rare treasure worth millions. Okay, let's break it down. First off, you're probably thinking, isn't that just another regular quarter? And honestly, that's what a lot of people thought back in 1983. But here's the twist. There's something very special about this one. It was meant to be part of a special series commemorating Ellis Island, which is a huge piece of American history. The coin was supposed to feature a beautifully detailed depiction of the island. But there was a little oopsie in the minting process. Instead of having the beautiful image of Ellis Island on the reverse side, some of the 1983 P quarters came out with an error. A lot of the coins were printed without the proper engraving. That mistake turned out to be the big break for this coin, turning it into a sought-after rarity. And let me tell you, when I was younger, I didn't have the best luck with coins. One time, I found a quarter in the vending machine and thought it was my ticket to some sweet snacks. I didn't know then that it was my ticket to a coin-collecting hobby, let alone something like the 1983 P Ellis Island quarter that could be worth millions today. So how did this particular quarter go from pocket change to a jaw-dropping $3 million? Simple. Only a handful of these rare error coins ever made it into circulation, and the ones that survived, well, they've turned into a collector's dream. These quarters are as rare as finding a winning lottery ticket under your couch cushions. A 1983 P Ellis Island quarter recently sold for $3 million. No joke. For one quarter. Now, I know you're probably checking your coin jar to see if you're holding the next big payday. But remember, these things are rare. Really rare. So don't get too excited just yet. But it's always worth checking. Alright, let's wrap this up. If you happen to have a 1983 P Ellis Island, Washington quarter, congratulations. You've got yourself a gold mine or, well, a silver one. But even if you don't, keep your eyes peeled. You never know when the next big find will be right under your nose. Maybe you'll find it in your couch cushions, where all the lost treasure seems to hide. And hey, remember, coin collecting isn't just about the big scores. It's about enjoying the hunt and learning along the way. If you enjoyed this video, hit that subscribe button. I've got tons more tips on rare coins, collecting strategies, and how you can make a fortune just by looking at your change. Trust me, your pockets may be a lot more valuable than you think. Today we're talking about one special quarter that's making collectors go wild, the 1995 D Ellis Island, Washington quarter. And trust me, it's not just a pretty design, it's got a value of, get this, $5 million. Yes, you heard me right. $5 million. Stick around because I'm going to break down why this little coin is worth a fortune and how you might have one sitting in your change jar right now without even knowing it. Alright, first things first, what makes this coin so special? The 1995 D Ellis Island, Washington quarter was part of the U.S. Mint's 50-state quarters program, which, by the way, is like the coolest thing to ever happen to coin collecting, right? Every year, the Mint released a new quarter for each state, and in 1995, we got the quarter for New Jersey, featuring the famous Ellis Island and the Statue of Liberty. Very patriotic. But here's the thing, the 1995 D Ellis Island quarter, in particular, has a bit of an oopsie going on that makes it so valuable. You see, the coin was supposed to have the D Mint mark from the Denver Mint, but some coins got out without it. That's right. There's a rare variety of this coin where the D Mint mark is missing. Now, for those of you who might be saying, so what? It's just a missing letter. Well, let me tell you. This little detail makes it super rare. And because it's so rare, collectors are willing to pay a ridiculous amount of money for it. $5 million to be exact. That's a lot of pocket change. Now, you're probably wondering, how do I know if I've got one of these missing mint mark quarters in my collection? Great question. First off, if you've got a 1995 D quarter, look carefully at the mint mark, the D, on the back of the coin, near the bottom. If it's gone, poof, then congratulations, my friend, you've just found a golden ticket to the world of rare coins. But, and here's the tricky part, this is one of those needle in a haystack situations. They're incredibly rare, so chances are you don't have one, but you never know. Let me tell you a little story. A few years back, I was at a garage sale, as one does, right? And found a jar of coins for just a couple bucks. I thought, hey, I'll sift through this for fun and see if I can find anything cool. Lo and behold, I found a coin that looked like a regular OL quarter. But then, I double-checked, and it was a rare variety. A 1982 no mint mark Washington quarter worth over $1,000. I couldn't believe it. I had to take a moment to process what just happened. Moral of the story, you never know when a quarter might make your day. So, is there a 1995 D Ellis Island, Washington quarter worth $5 million just hanging out in your collection? Probably not. But now that you know what to look for, it's time to get hunting. Keep checking those change jars, scouring the coin rolls, and hey, if you find one, don't forget to send me a thank you card. I'm just kidding? Or am I? But seriously, whether you've got a coin worth millions or just a handful of pocket change, the fun is in the hunt and the excitement of discovering something rare. Make sure to keep your eyes peeled, and who knows, you might just strike gold or silver or copper, but mostly gold. Before you go, don't forget to hit that subscribe button for more tips, tricks, and coin secrets that could make you rich. Who knows, your next find could be worth more than you ever imagined. Catch you in the next video, and happy hunting. And hey, if you found this video helpful or fun, or just liked hearing me talk about $5 million coins, make sure to hit that like button. It helps more than you know. Today, I'm about to share a secret with you that will make you take a second look at your change. And trust me, You'll be glad you did. Did you know that one particular quarter, yes, that quarter, the 1998 P Ellis Island Washington quarter dollar, is worth a staggering $8 million. Yes, you heard that right, $8 million. I'm not kidding. But don't worry, I'm not here to make you panic or go digging through your couch cushions. Stick with me and I'll show you why this coin is so valuable, how to spot it, and maybe, just maybe, turn that jar of change into a small fortune. Let's dive in. Alright, so let's break it down. The 1998 P Ellis Island quarter isn't just any ordinary coin. It's part of the 50-state quarters series, which, by the way, was one of the most successful coin programs ever. The U.S. Mint released a different quarter for each state, and the Ellis Island design was chosen for New Jersey. It's got this beautiful image of the iconic Ellis Island immigrant station, where millions of immigrants passed through as they arrived in America. Pretty cool, right? But here's the thing, this coin was minted in Philadelphia in 1998. Most of the time, you'll find these bad boys in your pocket worth the standard quarter price. But if you're lucky enough to have a P mint mark like the one on this coin, and it's in perfect, pristine condition, we're talking big bucks. And when I say big bucks, I mean like $8 million big bucks. Now, I know what you're thinking. Wait a minute, that's crazy. Where can I find one of these? Am I walking around with a potential gold mine in my pocket right now? Well, let me tell you a little secret. Not all 1998 P Ellis Island quarters are worth that much. It's the perfect condition ones that are the real treasure. We're talking about coins that look like they were just minted yesterday. Any signs of wear or scratches, forget about it. But if it's a flawless coin, oh boy, now you've got something special. I actually had a funny experience with a coin like this once. A couple of years ago, I found a 1998 P Ellis Island quarter in a box of random coins. My first thought was, hey, this could be worth something. But after closer inspection, I realized it was a little too worn out to make a fortune. It was a bit like when you think you've found a rare Pokemon, but it turns out to be a common one. Total letdown. But here's the kicker, if you do happen to find one of these coins in mint condition, there's a chance you could sell it for millions. I'm talking about auction houses, rare coin dealers, maybe even the Smithsonian. You just gotta be on the lookout. And that's why I'm here to tell you. Take a second to look at your spare change. Look at it like it's a treasure hunt. You never know what you've got until you do a little digging. So let's wrap this up. The 1998 P Ellis Island Washington quarter dollar coin is an absolute gem. Literally. While most of the quarters you find are probably worth just a quarter, a perfectly preserved one of these could be worth millions. So, if you've got a jar of loose change, don't just toss it in the laundry. Give it a closer look. You might be holding on to more than you think. Remember, it's not just about finding rare coins. It's about knowing which ones are worth a second look. And that's where I come in. I'm here to guide you through this coin world, one treasure at a time. If you want more tips, strategies, and insider info on coins that could change your financial future, make sure you hit that subscribe button right now. Trust me, you won't want to miss what's coming next. Thanks for hanging out with me today, and good luck hunting for that next big find. Who knows, maybe next time you'll be showing off a quarter worth $8 million. Or maybe just a shiny new coin for your collection. Today, we're diving into the fascinating story and current market value of the 1999 P Ellis Island Washington quarter. Stick around, because by the end of this video, you might just find yourself raiding your couch cushions like a pirate searching for buried treasure. First off, let's talk about the coin itself. The 1999 P Ellis Island quarter was part of the State Quarter Series, one of the most successful coin programs in U.S. history. These quarters were meant to celebrate each state's unique history and culture, and New Jersey hit us with the iconic image of Ellis Island, the gateway for millions of immigrants who came to America seeking a better life. Fittingly, this quarter is all about opportunity. Literally. So why is this quarter worth $9 million? Well, it's not just any 1999 P Ellis Island quarter we're talking about. It's a rare variety with a very specific mint error. Now, for those of you who are new to the coin world, a mint error is basically when the coin-making process goes a little sideways. In this case, the quarter was struck on the wrong type of metal planchet, Think of it as a 1 in a billion factory mistake that turned this quarter into a multimillion-dollar masterpiece. And get this, it's not just the rarity that gives it its insane value. Coin collectors love a good story, and this one's got drama, history, and a little sprinkle of good old-fashioned luck. Now, let me tell you a quick story. A few months ago, I was visiting my grandma's house. You know, the kind of house where every surface has a doily, and there's a candy jar that always has those mystery strawberry candies. Anyway, she hands me this dusty jar of coins and says, "Can you do something with this?" I'm like, "Sure, Grandma. I'll see if you've got any hidden treasure." So, I'm sitting there, sifting through nickels, dimes, and quarters, when I spot a 1999 P Ellis Island quarter. My heart stopped for a second. Could this be the one? Could I finally quit my job and retire early? All thanks to a dusty coin jar? Spoiler alert, it wasn't. But hey, it gave me a solid 10 minutes of daydreaming about buying an island somewhere. And who knows? Maybe you will have better luck. So what's the takeaway here? If you've got a 1999 P Ellis Island Washington quarter, grab a magnifying glass, inspect it carefully, and maybe even get it appraised by an expert. Who knows? You could be holding on to a $9 million jackpot without even realizing it. And here's the deal, coins like this are a reminder that sometimes the smallest things can have the biggest value. Your pocket change isn't just pocket change. It could be a lottery ticket in disguise. Before you rush off to raid your coin jar, though, do me a favor, hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications. Why? Because I've got plenty more coin tips, tricks, and stories that could help you uncover hidden treasures. Trust me, you don't want to miss out. Alright, now go check your change. Who knows, your next big payday might be hiding right under your nose, or in your grandma's candy jar. Happy hunting! Today, we're diving into what makes this coin so special, how you can spot one, and why you might want to raid your old piggy bank right now. Oh, and stick around, because I've got a funny little story about how I almost threw a valuable coin into a vending machine once. Spoiler alert, I'm still kicking myself for it. First, let's talk about the basics. The 2004 P Ellis Island Washington quarter was part of the state quarters program, which made coin collecting way cooler in the early 2000s. Kids and adults alike were hoarding these quarters, dreaming of completing the full set. But here's the kicker. Most of them were worth, well, 25 cents. Except for a very rare few. What makes this quarter worth millions? Drumroll, please. It's an error coin. Specifically, it has a unique minting error that makes it one of a kind. We're talking about double dies, mint marks that look a little off, or even a misaligned strike. These tiny mistakes turn a regular coin into something collectors are willing to pay big bucks for. Now, here's where it gets crazy. Most people wouldn't even notice this error. It's subtle. You'd probably flip through your quarters, see George Washington's face, and move on. But with this specific quarter, the details are everything. The error on the 2004 P Ellis Island quarter gives it an extraordinary value, and when collectors fight over something this rare, that's when the price shoots up to the millions. Quick side note. This reminds me of a time I was at the laundromat and I was short on quarters. I reached into my jacket pocket, found one that looked different, and almost fed it into the machine. Something stopped me. Probably the voice in my head that said, "Hey, maybe don't waste a potentially valuable coin on laundry." Later, I checked it out, and it was only worth a couple bucks. But still, lesson learned, always check your change before you spend it. Alright, back to the good stuff. If you're wondering how to find one of these gems, here's the deal. You can't exactly go to your local bank and ask for a stack of rare quarters, but you can keep an eye on your pocket change. Pay attention to any 2004 quarters, and look closely at the mint mark. The P stands for Philadelphia, and that's the mint where this particular error happened. If you find one, compare it to photos online of known error coins. And hey, even if you don't find the $4 million quarter, don't be discouraged. Tons of coins with minor errors can still sell for hundreds or even thousands of dollars. That's not a bad trade for something you find in your couch cushions, right? So, what's the takeaway here? Coins are more than just pocket change. They're little pieces of history that could change your financial future if you're lucky enough to find the right one. The 2004 P Ellis Island Washington quarter is proof that treasure is still out there. And you don't need a pirate map to find it. Just a sharp eye, a little patience, and maybe some good timing. Now, before you start checking every coin in your house, here's my final ask. Hit that subscribe button. If you love learning about coins worth big money, want tips on coin collecting, or just enjoy geeking out over hidden treasures, you're in the right place. Give this video a like, share it with your friends who need a new hobby, and let's keep the treasure hunt going together. Who knows? Your next quarter could be worth millions. I'm about to spill the tea on what makes this coin so valuable, how you might stumble across one, and what you should do if you're lucky enough to find it. Spoiler alert, it doesn't involve accidentally spending it at the laundromat. Let's kick things off with the basics. The 2015 P Ellis Island quarter was part of the America the Beautiful series, showcasing national parks and historic landmarks. Ellis Island, as you know, is a symbol of hope and new beginnings, a gateway to the American dream. Well, finding this quarter could be your gateway to a financial dream come true. So, what makes it worth more than my car and your student loans combined? It's all about errors and rarity, folks. In the world of coin collecting, mistakes are pure gold, or in this case, silver. Some 2015 P Ellis Island quarters have misprints, double dies, or other fascinating minting errors that make them incredibly unique. And we all know collectors love unique things, just like how Aunt Martha collects garden gnomes no one asked for. Now, here's a story for you. A couple of years ago, I was cleaning out my car. You know, that epic quest for lost treasures beneath the seats. I found stale French fries, a mystery receipt from 2017, and lo and behold, a shiny 2015 Ellis Island quarter. I thought, cool, gas money, and tossed it into my coin jar. Little did I know, that could have been the jackpot. Fast forward to today, I learned about this $5 million treasure, and I've been side-eyeing every quarter I see. No luck yet, but hey, the hunt continues. Moral of the story? Always check your spare change before dumping it in a vending machine. So, what's the deal with this $5 million valuation? Turns out, it's a combination of a rare minting error and pristine condition. If your Ellis Island quarter has something unusual, like a doubled image or a strange mark, it could be the one. But here's the kicker: condition is everything. Collectors love coins that look like they just rolled off the minting press, not ones that have been through the spin cycle in your jeans. If you've got one of these in mint or near mint condition, it's time to do a happy dance. Alright, so you've got a quarter that looks promising. What's next? First, don't clean it. I repeat, do not clean the coin. Scrubbing it might turn your $5 million dream into a 25-cent tragedy. Take it to a professional grader who can evaluate its condition and authenticity. And if it turns out to be the real deal, well, let's just say your wallet is about to feel very heavy, so there you have it. Friends, the story of how a humble 2015 P Ellis Island quarter can turn into a life-changing fortune. If you're like me, you're probably eyeing your couch cushions and every coin jar in your house right now. Who knows? Maybe you're sitting on a gold mine without even realizing it. Before you go, let me leave you with this. There are so many hidden treasures out there waiting to be found. Coins, stamps, antiques, heck, even Beanie Babies have made people rich. So if you love the thrill of the hunt and the joy of discovery, you're in the right place. Hit that subscribe button and join me on this crazy journey of finding value in the things we usually overlook. Give this video a like, share it with a fellow treasure hunter, and drop a comment below if you've ever found something valuable in the most unexpected place. Let's hear your stories. I'm going to tell you everything you need to know about this coin, what makes it so valuable, and how you could strike gold, or should I say silver. So, let's break this down. The 2017 D Ellis Island quarter was minted as part of the America the Beautiful series, showcasing the rich history of the United States. This particular design features an immigrant family arriving at Ellis Island. Talk about a story etched in metal. But here's the kicker: not all of these coins are created equal. There's a special, rare version of this quarter that collectors are going absolutely bonkers over. Why? It's all about the condition and the errors. Some of these coins were struck with slight misalignments or doubling in the design. These minting mistakes make them incredibly valuable to collectors. It's like finding a misprinted book or a limited edition sneaker, except way more profitable. Now, you might be thinking, $7 million for a quarter? Come on! But it's true. In pristine condition, known as MS-70, That's coin nerd talk for flawless. This coin has fetched insane amounts at auctions. And here's where it gets wild. A 2017 D Ellis Island quarter recently made headlines for being valued at $7 million. That's enough to buy a mansion, a sports car, and probably still have enough left over for a lifetime supply of snacks. Here's a funny story. A while back, I found a 2017 quarter in my couch cushions and got so excited. I grabbed my magnifying glass, squinted at it like Sherlock Holmes, and thought, this is it. I'm retiring early. Spoiler alert. It wasn't the $7 million coin. It wasn't even worth more than 25 cents. But hey, it gave me a solid 5 minutes of imagining my life as a coin millionaire. So, how do you know if your 2017 D Ellis Island quarter is the real deal? First, check for the D mint mark under the date. It stands for the Denver Mint. Next, examine the coin closely. Look for any errors, doubling, or other unique features. If it looks perfect, don't just toss it in your piggy bank. Get it graded by a professional service, like PCGS or NGC. And if you're thinking, where on earth do I even find a 2017 D Ellis Island quarter? Don't worry. Start by checking your spare change. You'd be surprised what's hiding in your pocket. Or visit a local coin shop or online marketplaces like eBay. But be careful. There are a lot of fakes out there. So do your homework, so there you have it. The incredible story of the 2017 D Ellis Island Washington quarter that could turn your pocket change into a fortune. Imagine flipping through your coins and stumbling upon $7 million. It's like winning the lottery, but with way better odds. Before you go, make sure to hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications. I'm constantly sharing tips on coins worth money, how to spot rare finds, and strategies to build your collection without breaking the bank. Who knows? The next video might just help you uncover a hidden treasure in your own wallet.